All right.
1, 2,
3.
For the Culture Podcast.
Hey, let's go.
Best one yet.
Yes, sir.
We getting better every time.
Yeah,
Getting better every time. What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy Cass on the mic. I'm here with my brother.
Jay Switay.
And
my
your other brother,
Colgate.
Colgate, what's up,
Hey,
baby?
man. We got a very motherfucking special guest in the building today. Making
Yes,
beats
sir.
24, cooking 24 beat pads, 24 plugins. Who we got is 24.
The number 24. Goddamn.
Hey.
What's up, my brother?
24 plugins.
The champion.
Need 24.
Cooking like he's 24.
But
you
on
remember
a-
that joint?
On a real ass note,
Oh,
man,
shit.
we got a fire ass producer in the building.
one
man.
of the family in here.
Definitely.
Top tier in the fucking game, man. If y'all don't know him, his name is 2401 Beats, man.
What up, what up?
2401. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it for the invite, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Hell
coming.
yeah, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. We gon' lately we've been having a lot of dope conversations, and I'm excited for this one for sure.
Yeah.
Like we've been cooking up a lot of heat. We've been through a lot of shit, man. Let's tap in.
I want to look you in the eye, but I'm just like straight like a penis here because how we're on the sofa. I don't want to be all like, so tell me more. You know what I'm saying? But just know, I'm
here.
right there, baby.
I don't even know what to say after that.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Well, look.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna say that there's a lot of producers out there, but like every time you play some beats, I'm always just like,
Disgusting.
I'm just like, man, I gotta go make some more beats. Like they always
Appreciate
just
it, bro.
slap like super. Just
You are now
crispy.
listening to 2401 Beats.
You need to send the tag. We'll put it in right now.
I want to
that
do
ass.
one.
Yeah.
I want to do one bad.
What, like a
A
tag?
tag?
For
Daddy?
Yeah, for Daddy.
Yeah, that'd be
Alright.
hard.
It's 24 on 1 in this bitch, you feel me? Like,
You need
Wow,
I've been
wrong
looking
one.
for
Stop
another
pushing the
tag,
buttons. We
but,
said no
like,
more button pushing.
I haven't found nothing like significant like that.
Mm.
So
Okay.
like,
You need
I-
one in Spanish too.
yeah.
24.
I made one a while ago.
that might be the tag. That would be hard. That's different, right? You don't hear producers all the time with like, he said 24.
Yeah, I made one a long time ago in Spanish, but like it was just my voice. But then I lost the file, and it wasn't like good enough to be like, all right.
But
I missed
still.
it. But
It feels
Yeah.
better when someone else does it rather than when you're
yeah,
like
that's why I was like,
2401 or what are you doing? It
And-
yourself?
I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, though. I think if Danny did his own, it would be very like the Dos Equis guy, and it'd be hard.
that's very true.
It'd be hard as fuck, because Danny's got that like really rich, silky
I don't
voice.
buy beats.
The most
often.
interesting
24.
producer in the world.
A 24 beats.
Nah, that's hard, man. Well,
That would
shit,
be
my
fire.
brother. Here we like to chop it up, man, and take it from the beginning. We want to know where the root started. You know what I'm saying? What inspired the hero in you? You know, what started? When did you look at yourself in the mirror and you were like, I'm going to be the hardest producer in this bitch?
Yeah, like where are you from? Where did it start? How'd you get into music? Like this is stuff actually we've never even talked about. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to kind of get into this and see where it all
we
began.
never really talked about like my past or like more like
The
what's word? More
origin.
intimate and the origin. Yeah. But I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL, ho.
Grady
Yeah.
baby, 94. And yeah, I've been here throughout my whole life. And
You were born in Grady, but so then you what?
like
you moved up here, right?
for a few years I was we were moving around a lot, and we first were out in like the Cab area and Decatur, but like later on when I was like 5 is when I moved over here, and then all I saw was like
North
bunch of
side.
white people.
Okay, so
A lot
you
more white people.
you moved to the north around the age of 5, like
Yeah, so it'd be like around 2000, like right before my youngest sister was born. So it'd be
Okay,
like
okay.
2000, 2001, something like that. So I've been living here ever since.
So when you were moving around, you hadn't started school yet, right? Like it didn't affect like you.
No, yeah, I did start school,
Okay.
and I was actually doing better in the other school. This one.
Damn. So
But,
moving kind of like as a kid, because I
Threw you
know,
off a little bit.
yeah, as a kid, you're like, fuck, like I'm. making
Yeah, for
friends,
sure.
you get
Like when
adapted.
you go into a new environment, that definitely like you're not comfortable. Like you're not yourself.
You're
I
barely
feel.
just getting comfortable in general.
Yeah,
like,
and I was
outside
just a
your
little
house.
kid. Yeah.
What,
And,
what were your friends' names at the first school? Like, did you have some like best homies at the first school?
That's the thing. I don't remember a lot of them, but like, for instance, I ever since I was born, I have like one main best friend that I've kept contact with.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shout him out real quick. His name is Hugo.
Shout out
And-
Hugo, man.
And he's been like not only my friend but like my brother.
Just
almost
fam,
like,
yeah.
Because our family knew each other when they first like migrated over here in the States.
Mhm.
And I always went back to the old neighborhood just to visit him. And
That's what's up.
Was there anything that you feel like was making you more interested in music at this time?
not yet. It wasn't until like when I grew up. I grew up listening to the radio, especially on the weekends when when my dad would take me to work,
Mm.
and I would just change the stations just to listen to like other genres, and that's when I heard like hip hop
Yeah.
a lot more, and especially in Atlanta
Yeah.
during that time it was growing a lot,
Oh yeah.
and
There's a golden age for hip
Oh,
hop.
It
hell
really
yeah.
was.
2000.
Yeah.
Shh. That's like 50 cents popping. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy times for hip
Yeah.
hop.
and then
Outcast and shit.
yeah, not only through radio but like on like MTV, like they
Yeah.
were
Yeah,
heavy on
yeah.
just
That was
music
the glory
videos.
days.
So
Yeah,
I would
they
see
need
that
to bring
a lot.
that back, just like
Right?
music
Like,
videos. That
I
was
think
like,
YouTube really killed like that type of TV.
Yeah.
Like now that you can
You
just
could just
go,
search
because you
it.
would go. I would remember waiting to watch Lil Wayne videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
is it 4:30, bro? Like, come on.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Scarcity
with the
drives
radio, but
value.
The radio still exists, you know. It's like
Yeah.
kind of the same thing. Like it's different when it comes on the TV and you're not planning on it, you know. And it's like, oh shit, like whatever video is on, but like you haven't seen it in however many years.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't thinking to search
The
that
thing that
specific
kind of
video.
sucks a little bit now, hang on, before I even say this, I won't forget this. I was asking you the names of your friends at school because I was trying to cue up a joke. I was getting
Oh, my
ready.
bad.
I was like,
No,
he's
yeah.
going to
I
say
was-
like Charlie or something, and I was going to pretend to be you and like, well, fuck you, Mom. I don't get to see Charlie anymore. And that's like why you're fucking up at school. But
I was wondering.
it never
that was a very
happened.
specific question. You're like,
I
tell
was
me your
like,
best friend's
yeah, because
names when
everybody
you were
looked at
5.
me like, the fuck
I
you
wasn't there
asking
long
that
enough
for?
to remember.
Jesus.
I wasn't there long enough to remember their names, but I
That's
remember
funny.
I still had a yearbook from that, and
From that class.
yeah, and even
Short kid number 3.
they,
Like in the movie, you know what I'm saying? The credits.
Uh-huh.
Anyway. But no, what I was going to say was the point that I was trying to make, what we were just talking about with the game changing and music videos and shit. Joe and I were just having a conversation about how scarcity drives value in music or art. Like how Cole and Kendrick don't just drop every 5 minutes. Like, in today's day and age, you're rewarded for consistency, right? With the platforms, but sometimes it can water your brand down if you've just got so much shit. It's like too much for people to like pinpoint what they should go for or whatever the
Yeah.
case. So
That is true.
Very true.
anyway,
But what was I gonna ask you? 24. Okay, so
sorry I took it off the
no, you
rails.
That's
good,
right,
you
that's
good. It's all good.
what at what age did hip hop really start influencing you to where you kind of fell in love with the music and
I would
shit
say in middle school, like around the age 14, 15.
And were there like certain
And-
people that like put you on, or you just started like listening to it on your own time?
I feel like it was like everybody, like
Mhm.
Wayne,
It was just hot back then, yeah.
Yeah.
DMX, Outkast, like you said.
Yeah.
A lot of Atlanta rappers, especially. But even back then,
Who was your favorite at that time? Where you were like, or you were kind of just invested in listening to the genre?
Well, Wayne was.
I was
definitely one
about
of
to
my
say,
favorites.
we all know
we
the
gotta make
GOAT.
a Wayne
This is
chop.
crazy.
Like how
Every
many
episode-
times?
Every
we
episode.
have-
Look,
Like,
man.
yeah,
Everybody has said Lil Wayne. Like everybody said.
Yeah, he's just like
Yeah.
his wordplay, like the
Cemented,
way
bro.
Mm-hmm.
the way he does his songs, like I
Yeah.
don't know, he just killed that during that era in his prime.
Yeah.
But
It was unreal to watch. It was like watching Michael Jackson or something, but in hip hop. Like he
Yeah.
was like one of those people, like a Michael
Yeah,
Jordan.
low-key,
He was on so many
high-key, I
pop
should say.
songs, like just a feature on.
He's
so
just
many
an
pop
expert
songs.
at what he does. Like you know, it's like professional level.
Yeah.
You can't look at it and be like, man, this is just some bullshit. Like this man is a mercenary on the mic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're listening to Wayne, right? And what gets you to like be like? Did you want to rap at first? Did it start with production?
It wasn't Wayne at first, but it was cause I'm Mexican and like I don't know, my homie, the one I mentioned, Hugo, he introduced me to this
SPM?
artist.
Hey.
SPM, yeah. You already knew.
Oh, gee.
And
Super hard.
like his storytelling is what really inspired me.
Yeah, that
So
SPM is like GOAT for that shit.
So at first I was writing my own raps.
Okay.
And I was all right at it, but like
So you started in like music by rapping.
yeah.
Yeah, you weren't
Okay.
making beats at this point.
Hey.
No, I
No,
was
listen,
just-
man.
And 24 be spitting.
It's never.
sometimes. He got
That's
some-
what I was about to say. Because look, I can tell you, for what it's worth, I think I got a pretty good ear for music, and you have a voice that would fill a record very well. Like
Yeah.
it's very rich, it's very deep. I could hear you on some like Ross, Jeezy, but like those kind of tones, but definitely with your own swag, your own boss swag.
Yeah,
for sure.
I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
we can
I feel-
always.
I don't think they've
somehow.
seen your video. I gotta show it to them actually. With you and Joshua, with you and Junior on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, that
damn,
shit's
I
hard.
forgot about that.
I can
He's
see
like,
it right
"Damn,
now.
I forgot about it.
On the
I
yacht,
want to see it.
button-up shirt, wind's blowing, got the shades on. It's like 50 naked bitches. You know what I'm saying? Big ass blunt of the. I'm just kidding. See, I'm used to
That's
Danny.
okay.
That back in the day, well, too, you're a man of few words. Like you really, like when you speak, people shut the fuck up and listen because you're very calculated when you talk. Like he sounds like a mega entrepreneur. So I didn't know what you had going on back then when we met and started working the collective. I didn't know if you were with somebody, without somebody, if you're running a harem, what the hell you had going on. Because he's just like, you know, what's up, Colgate? How are you? I'm like, damn, this guy's got to be a millionaire or something. He's got that fucking swagger. And two, let's be honest, I hit the cush before this, so here we are. I'm just talking a lot of shit, you know, my fucking ass.
Nah, you good. I
I'm
also
dead.
did so.
That's funny. As fuck.
Yeah.
He said I did hit the Nah,
I
but-
did
It all
hit the
makes
kush.
sense now.
But all right, so you started rapping, right? Did you record your own music, or did you go
No,
record
I,
at a studio? Were you just writing at home?
I recorded myself.
So you
I
went
just went on the internet, went on like YouTube, and
YouTube Academy, bro.
Mm-hmm. YouTube University.
Yeah,
pretty
like
pretty much.
what I'm
And
talking about.
I looked up how to record myself, and I found a program where I record myself.
What was it?
Cool Pro.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, like not many people know,
Yeah.
but it was like
something where you
Another-
could download, and you were just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this shit
Yeah.
out.
Did you have a
'Cause,
microphone? Or were you just
yes,
doing
yeah. Because I was I would work on weekends with my dad, so like I had like just a little money saved
Mhm.
up, so I
Yeah.
bought like $100 dynamic mic from it was like an M Audio from
Okay.
Best Buy,
Okay.
something simple, but over time it got fucked up because
Yeah.
it fell one time and then didn't work.
They
the
only
same.
got
Yeah.
three drops to them, and then it's
Yeah.
like-
yeah,
or one
a little
hard
sensitive,
drop.
but-
Yeah. One hard drop for sure.
No,
Yeah.
but-
That'll do it.
So even before you bought the mic, right? In your head, you're like, all right, I love this shit. Like it's making you know, because I know when you start creating, like personally, you start it like it's a dopamine that you get. So that's kind of
That's
like
a high.
what
Mhm.
triggered you to like, oh, I'm just gonna invest, because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people don't get. It's not. Yeah, you're gonna go just buy a mic, but you worked for this
Mm-hmm.
money.
Mhm.
So for you to go want to get something to make it happen,
Yeah.
it's like already in your head, like, okay, I fuck with this. I love this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just start off with what's it called? When I first got into music, my dad a while ago just bought me like this little stereo system, and that was just like a birthday gift, just randomly. Like before I even like started writing and got into music, my family always listened to like a lot of like music growing up, so they wanted like give me my own stereo and whatnot. And then from there, I bought my own stuff, the mic, my laptop. What else? A little keyboard. I I
When
think
did
I
you
buy from
start-
a.
When did you start like transitioning from like recording to making beats? Was that kind of at the same time?
Yeah, how did that transition happen?
It took a while because I was just trying to do the rapping thing.
Yeah.
But that was like in high school,
How long was that?
and
for?
I was just a few
You're
years.
asking everything I'm about to ask, and I'm like, yes,
I'm
Joe,
beating
you
to the
get it,
punch.
Joe.
I'm doing it right now.
for the top.
This is my interview now.
No, yeah, appreciate it. But like, it was just like 2-3 years where I took it a little serious. I even did what's that word? What's the thing they do in school, in high school, like a talent show?
Oh yeah.
But it was like for culture. I mean,
Mhm.
for the culture.
Yeah.
But but yeah, everyone was representing their country, and I was representing like Mexico,
Mm.
even though I was born here. But
Your
I just
culture,
wanna-
though. Your culture.
yeah, of course. And that was my first time performing in front of
you,
like
you made a song and performed it for that. Like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
that's
specifically for that. And
Okay.
then
That's cool.
They had to read through, like, make sure there was no bad words
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
Mm.
And I could have done a little better because I only rapped in English. But
Mm.
everyone, once they heard my voice,
They knew.
I was like, yo. And everyone was like,
I
oh.
told you. I knew it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. That got me nervous at first, but I just went in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I kept going at it, but then I was like, I wanted to do more because I didn't want to just search up on YouTube for beats because I knew like copyright issues and lawsuits and all that.
so
like,
that's
there was-
kind of what led you to like, okay, I need to make my own shit.
Yeah, and plus it was just fun for me to learn,
Mhm.
especially during that time because I had time
Yeah.
because I wasn't like just working. I was
Story of my life.
just yeah. And
Remember when we had time?
Yeah.
No more
But-
time.
Time is so expensive. No cap.
Facts.
Seriously, that shit costs a lot of money.
Time is money.
People think that shit free. I'm
Like
just
people
killing
don't even
time.
really think about that. Like
Time
even
is
if you get
killing
into
you.
the bag, it takes up so much of your time. Like
You
for
don't
real.
kill time, bro. All right, but
You
nah,
gotta
but,
start rapping right now.
okay. So what? So you realize you're like, all right, fuck these YouTube beats. I'm gonna make my own shit. Is FL right? You monster
Yeah.
at FL. Is that like? How do you find what you need to make beats? Did you know already people cooking up on FL? Like
I didn't know anyone personally. I just looked up.
at the time. Everybody was
there
probably
was-
using that shit, right? Like
Yeah, it was growing pretty fast because everyone.
Was this still in high school?
Yes.
Yeah, no one was using FL in high school.
FL
Nah,
means
not
Fruity
like
Loops.
that.
Nah, not like it is now. I feel like
FL
every
is
couple
Fruity
people-
Loops. For the
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
don't know,
It
that
was
is
still
a
low-key.
beat making
Yeah, it really
software.
was.
And
I
then, like,
remember
event-
one person said something because they knew I was making beats in like GarageBand or Logic, and like they said something about Fruity Loops. What the hell is Fruity Loops? Like, it sounds stupid.
Cereal?
Software to make
Yeah, like the
beats.
cereal.
No, yeah.
But yeah. So you were in high school and you downloaded Fruity Loops. Like,
Yeah. I just found a free version, a trial version.
Mhm.
I just tried it out, and I really enjoyed it. At first, it was just like samples I would put together and like try to like make a beat. But,
Were you rapping on these beats still, or did you slowly?
yeah, some of them
Yeah.
I was rapping. It was very like underground hip hop, like the old school New York type, like
Yeah.
Nas.
Hell
and,
yeah.
Yep.
I remember the first time I saw somebody open Fruity Loops, I was like, they were like, yeah, you can make beats, and it's got all the little markers that you fill in.
Mhm.
And I looked at it and I was like, make beats? I'm not a fucking mathologist. Close this shit
What
because
the
it
fuck?
looks so complicated
It
to me
does.
as a
It's got-
child. I was like, what is
It's
this?
got a lot of windows.
Witchery magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is sorcery.
Danny's like, you had to put me on the couch with this guy.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, I know
You're
that.
really close,
I
man.
know. You said penis right at the very beginning of this thing. But so how long were you rapping on your beats? Because I feel like, I didn't even know you rapped because I knew you just made beats. Like,
Yeah,
so-
it was just like an on and off thing. I
Mhm.
just like for a few more years,
Mhm.
and then I started expanding out and meeting more people,
Yeah.
and that's when I met Cass's cousin, Junior, and he was mentioning a lot of like other artists as well, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. From there, that's where like kind of like expanded, where I started working with people more personally.
Yeah.
And people would always ask me to record them, and then like also like.
Well, like, so how long were you making beats before you started meeting all these other people and start thinking like, well, they need beats and they need recording? Like, how long would you say you were practicing and making beats and recording yourself before it was like, I'm selling beats or whatever?
I would say probably like 3 to 4 years, something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of that 4-year period, how old are you at this point?
Maybe 21.
Okay, so just out of high school.
21.
Are you going out to events to meet people? How are you kind of like getting your name out and connecting with these artists that you're meeting all the time? Because now you got that hot, smoldering fire.
Yeah.
It was mainly like the internet, because I'm very much like an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I'm not very. I don't talk too much. I only talk like when I need to, like, get my points across.
That's a trick to seem like super smart too. They teach you that all the time in like investing and negotiating and all that. Like, shut the fuck up, basically. Say less, and it's more impactful, and it makes you like a powerful presence. And every time you come around, like when you put your opinion in, when we would used to have the meetings at the collective, we'll get into that in a second. There'd be like 15 of us in a room, and Danny would talk, and everybody would be like, hang on, shut the fuck up, Danny's saying something. Like, no, it was. And he'd be like, I think we should do this. And
yeah. Well, so was there a moment in time where you went from like feeling like this is fun, this is like just a lot of fun for you, to where like, okay, like I should be getting out there more and like getting my music to other people? Was there like a specific moment in time that you felt that transition? Maybe.
At times, like, I definitely wish I went out there like more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was just, my anxiety, and like I just didn't want to deal with all that. So I just hit up people, and I'd rather work with them personally.
Yeah.
And I tried doing selling beats online, but just maybe sold like a few, not really much, and I didn't see that going anywhere. So I was just like, I'm just trying to work with people.
And
like
now people, like, there's so many people selling beats online. You look at like they're selling like $5 leases, and it's like,
there's some like selling really cheap, and I'm like,
what's the point of selling it for like
bro,
$5?
If you can really build with somebody like you like doing, Danny, where you're doing project after project, and they're customers that are coming back over and over again for bodies of work. I mean, if you got like 10, 15 guys that are doing that, man, you can make a killer living doing that. And you're really building something, as opposed to just like hoeing your beats out to everybody on the block, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Pimping them beats, boy, pimping them beats.
Pimping them beats. Pimping them beats.
No, that's interesting, because I remember like Joshua coming to me. He's like, yeah, bro, I met this dude, and he's dope. Like, he's fire. He cooks up. He's like, let's go to his studio. I'm like, fuck it, I'm down to fucking work. And we had went to your crib. Yeah. We go to the studio. Then what's up? When we get there, we get in that bitch, and he plays me some beats. I'm like, damn, okay. I don't even remember what's the first song we ever made.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn, that's crazy. That's how much music we made. Like, he did record Casting Call. It's funny, we were just talking about that last episode with Solomon.
I recorded all that.
Yeah, that whole fucking tape. That shit was fire. Like,
did you have any beats on that tape?
Yeah, first song.
The first one, I only miss you when the sun goes. That was like my favorite song.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I knew it.
Yeah, he made that.
Man, the body of work I know Danny from best, the two artists I know the most is, of course, Trey the Plug. Trey's got a lot of records with you. And Louie. Yeah, I mean, Louie and Louie Links are like super tight. We've been friends for many, many years.
I still keep in contact with him. So.
I know that you guys still like chop it up and everything. And Lou's done a lot of stuff to beats of yours, and he loves you as a producer. He's like, man, 24-hour-1's my favorite producer, period. Like, always.
You be fucking making some fire beats.
We got some in the tank that are coming out, and then we definitely getting back to work. Gotta get
I'm open. I've been waiting.
That Desert Sunflower project. But I just had to get this singing shit out of my gut, though. Is like, I just really wanted to knock out a few projects. Like, experimenting with the melodic shit, especially when I had the time to start recording myself and shit. But now I'm like ready to kind of get the teeth back out and spit the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And
facts.
Danny's
Well,
got those fucking
Danny's got
knockers,
the beats.
bro.
He got the beats.
Like just fucking you
Yeah.
up, dog.
I forgot to ask you what showed you, like, because I know like Colgate was saying fucking you opened up FL and you're like, what the fuck is this, like what's going on? Did you watch YouTube videos like on it and then just hours of motherfucking just
There weren't during that time. There weren't many. Yeah, watch out. There weren't many tutorials. I just looked how, like how tos, like not how tos, like people just doing the beats just right there. They screen record, and they just make the beats right there. And
Yeah,
I just looked how they.
Well,
how-
you can keep going. You can keep going.
Yeah, I just looked how they were doing it, and I was just messing around with it, and everything else I kind of
feel
figured
like
out
at
on my
this
own.
time, like at this point in time, like when you're at the timeline you're talking about, like YouTube still didn't have as many tutorials as there's so many out now. Like if you want to learn how to do anything, just go to YouTube. They've definitely got the answer. But like this was probably still like high
especially
school,
now.
like high school ish time, because I was in the same boat as you, just like figuring it out, you know. And I remember there was only a couple people that I found on YouTube that even were like showing like how to make beats, you know. But yeah.
That's a crazy time too. It's like
Yeah.
fucking
It was like right before the explosion of just a bunch
like,
of
yo,
content.
Information
Yeah.
overload.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
people like when you want to learn something nowadays, there's so much just
YouTube
information
University,
right there,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
Man, that movie that just came out from A24, I forget the name of it. It's like a kung fu time traveling movie that just won a bunch of Oscars.
yeah,
Jamie
yeah,
Lee
that-
Curtis is in
Oh,
it.
Everything.
Everything,
Everywhere, all
I
at
Everyone.
once.
just watched
Yeah,
that with my
everything
girl,
on
like,
multi- I
last
haven't
week.
seen it
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But I saw this thing that said the 9 people that worked on all the VFX, including 2 of them were directors, they learned VFX from YouTube. Never, and the VFX, the special effects of the movie
Are
from the
insane.
clips, from the clips I saw are like absolutely psycho good.
Yeah.
And none of them went to college, were formally taught anything. All YouTube.
And they all did it
Crazy.
in their homes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Not,
Yeah,
not in
they
a
can go
professional
anywhere.
settings or nothing. Just
Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
the budget for the movie was like $14 million, and what people don't realize is like 90% of that is going to be marketing advertising. So that means they put the movie together for like a very little amount of money.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
No, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
One of the things I want to ask you, man, because just as like a student of the game and music and stuff, I'm, really curious and super into it, is like your process and how you make beats, because you really just have some like super fucking cutting edge shit. Like if you're an artist listening to this, you really got to tap in with this motherfucker and this motherfucker over here. Both of these guys make
But him
crazy
first. Him
beats. But
first.
yeah, like
Then come to me.
your shit, especially for people that can just like rip a beat and go the fuck in and got like some bars and shit. Like, man, you
Yeah,
got some
for real.
shit. So I really kind of want to dive in. Like,
yeah.
what do you do? Where are you getting your noises from? Your samples from?
Let me ask.
Let
So,
me
like,
get some producer
when you
jargon.
open up a session, like what is the first thing you like to start with?
How you put these masterpieces together, man?
Like you start
all-
with drums or you
It all
start with
depends.
melodies?
No, it's always the melody for me
Yeah.
personally. Sometimes I'll do drums, but it's always been the melody.
Yeah.
I like to.
You have any favorite
Like-
plugins?
I always open up Omnisphere.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that at first when I.
I hear producers talk about this plugin all the time. What
It's-
is this? What does it do?
It's just
Omnisphere, right?
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
got a lot of
it's-
sounds. Like if you
yeah.
have the expansion packs, like you could spend your whole
It's like a
life
sound
going through
bank
sounds like
With just
Yeah.
like loops in it and stuff, or individual noises, or what is it?
sounds, ARPs, loops,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of
Or
and then
stuff.
you can
strings.
tweak things too.
Yeah.
Like just the presets has got a million things. But if you wanted to change the sounds, there's infinite like
But
sounds.
before that, my go-to was Nexus.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nexus
That
is
was-
kind of the opposite in my opinion.
I've also heard
Like,
about
I mean,
this a lot.
It's got a lot of stuff.
What the fuck
But like
is this?
you can't tweak it, you know what I mean? So like the Nexus sounds, I feel like are the Nexus sounds. I mean,
Like
when I was using Nexus,
there, before I lost my my old laptop, not lost it, but like it like broke apart
mm-hmm.
because it was just like so old. But
yeah,
when I had Nexus on there, towards the ends when I found out how to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
And
what does Nexus do, guys? Again, like,
it's kind of the same
for us
thing.
non-producers.
Same thing, but it was
Yeah.
like the era when like Young Chop was blowing up. That's when it was like the most used plugin.
Yep.
Got it.
Do you have any? So like, what about like right now? Besides Omnisphere, because a lot of people know about Omnisphere.
Electra X.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
a lot. What else?
What about any like sound packs? Do you have any like go-to sound packs?
Go-to sound packs.
Just
Damn,
maybe from my personal reference.
I mean, I can send you some like afterwards, but
Okay.
like I can't think of the top of my head
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I got you.
But over time, I have bought some
I got
And
from
you.
then-
other producers.
So you start with the melody. Hang on, before I even get in this, look at this man holding out on me over here. He's got the magic. He's got the golden goose. Didn't even get a tap.
It's gonna be zoning out of it in a second.
Shortly.
Gonna go to sleep.
So you start with the melody, right? So you're going through Omnisphere, which has all these like loops and sounds and stuff of melodies, and you're going through and picking, or how do you do it?
I just go through them and press like the keyboard to see like what sounds good. I always just like the C major just to hear it, and I go through them, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of my beats are like dark, gritty, and like hard hitting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's just like what I like.
Yeah.
Like I try to make other shit, like especially for Cass, because he likes more like uptight,
Upbeat, bright.
I recorded him on some of your beats before I even met you. Like the Spanglish track.
Yeah.
That was your beat, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
You got like your beats
still do
just
some
sound
different
so
stuff.
like there's pain there. That's what it makes me think of, honestly. Like there's a lot of it's a lot of emotion in that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe will make a beat, and I just feel like I'm listening to "Happy" by Pharrell half the time.
That is the farthest thing from the truth.
Joe's like, there's pain in
No,
my
it's
beats.
not. No.
I definitely.
It's
am
not a bad
making
thing.
happy.
It's not a bad thing. I love it. It's
Yeah.
like your beats make me feel like bright and happy
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
Like when you listen to Michael Jackson record, like
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
But when I listen to Danny shit,
You want to punch somebody in the face.
it just makes me feel like it makes me think about like my pain and shit.
No, I
you know?
got you. I
like
get what
that
you're saying.
Pain
He's
and
got a
Pressure
different vibe
record
than
we
me, but-
did with that Fresh got on years ago. You remember that joint?
Oh yeah,
The pain, the pressure. Na, na, na.
yeah.
Na, na, na. Yeah, that was a sad record, but it was fire though.
That was sad.
Not sad
Super
like the
sad, it was
skills is sad, unlike the topic is sad. You know what I'm saying? Get you the feels, dog.
Who would you say are your like top like favorite producers? Underground, like
Give me a
mainstream.
second. Top 3.
Or just anyone.
Or even if like,
Yeah.
one, or who inspires you in like the producer world.
Well, like the same artist that got me into rapping, he also produced SPM.
Okay.
He was the
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know until I looked more into like his shit. Before
He
he
produced a lot of his music.
not a lot, but he would like co-produce and like he would just be in the studio because he loved it a lot.
Yeah.
And not only him, but like what other producers? Like when I listen to a lot of underground, I like The Alchemist.
Ooh, Alchemist is a beast.
Oh hell yeah, he's a legend.
Super legendary. Some people spit some crack over there.
And then when Wayne was on top of his game, like
Street Runner. Ooh.
Boy Wonder
Boy Wonder.
and
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, yeah.
Mm.
And,
Bangladesh.
So you like the samples? It
Sorry,
kind
I
of
cut you
sounds
off.
like
yeah, when I first
with
got into
Alchemist,
it,
at
it
least,
it was mainly samples I was
Yeah.
using,
Yeah.
like very underground.
Yeah, you said
Like,
underground,
yeah.
New York kind of.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
like Immortal Technique kind of.
Oh,
low
okay.
key.
Okay.
Yeah. I got into
yeah.
that for a minute.
Okay.
Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
But then when Atlanta was blowing up, I was doing other shit, and I liked who else? Who was making that?
Man, Immortal Technique. I have to say,
Immortal
I haven't
Technique
heard
was
that
a
name
beast.
in a while, but that song, "Dance with the Devil."
Sheesh.
Oh
that,
yeah,
that
that's a
song,
I really did want to
Classic.
ask you too, Danny,
that's a
because we
sad
kind of
song.
glazed
that
over
song.
it. But am I wrong in what I said about your beats? Like they feel like there's a lot of like pain and passion and emotion in there. Like it's like those kind of like struggle type beats. You know what I mean? Like somebody's got a story to tell. Hops on this type of shit. Where does that come from? What is that all about? What you got buried in there, dog? Talk to me about this.
Who hurt you?
Because they're passionate, man. They are though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or where does the hunger come from? Like, is it a source? Is it like going through situations? Is it just like you need a lock in? Like what? Is it a mindset? You know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, it kind of depends. Like my mood that day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my main thing I make, but you can definitely tell like when like you said, that pain and that passion's in there is just whatever I'm dealing with in that moment. But I feel like, especially nowadays, I take my time with it, so I don't just like how people were talking about, like producers in the past talking about doing like 20 a day.
Yeah. I make 4
like,
beats in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's like at one point I was doing that, but like it was just like
There was no emotion to the
Yeah,
process.
exactly.
It was like a rush. Like,
Yeah,
Clint,
exactly.
stop watching. All right.
I need 10
4
beats
minutes and
today
20
or
seconds.
something like
Yeah.
that. Just,
and
okay.
yeah, over time I just like went into more detail into some of my beats.
That's what I was gonna say, is because like some of your beats I'll listen to and they seem very like, I mean, one, they're clean, they're always clean,
Appreciate
like
it.
very clean, and then two, like they seem very particular, like in like the arrangement sense, like you're very good at
Yeah.
arranging and having just like the small
I
transitions.
feel like that's my strong suit. And
You got a killer
arranging.
ear.
Yeah.
You know how to put the aces into places
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely arranging how I want the beat set up.
yeah, and that's, to me, that's the hardest part, because anybody can make like a 4-8 bar loop or something like that, but like the arranging of it is what makes it.
How do you? No, my bad.
Oh, I
What
was
were
just
you
gonna say, I just imagine myself like on the track when
yeah,
I'm making
so
it.
so you
So
feel
like
like
the-
the rapping really helped with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely feel
You
like
got to
that's
get
helping.
on some records, bro.
Mhm.
I want in on this project. Like,
been-
I want to help.
I've been writing lately, but nothing
Ooh.
finished yet. So
Mhm. Don't get too excited,
Well,
Colgate.
hopefully.
Oh, I'm gonna make
Hopefully.
this
Yeah.
happen. You will not see the last of me, motherfucker. This is happening.
He's gonna be all. On
I
top
need
of
at
you.
least a single, something.
Well, so I feel like we're getting kind of close to the past couple years when the collective got together with
Yeah.
this
yeah,
timeline.
pretty close. Yeah.
How did you find out about the collective? Like, how did Colgate swoop
Uh,
How
in?
did you get in? And the
yeah.
collective, just as a reminder, if you haven't seen it on the last episodes, is when I kind of went out and Nick Furied a bunch of different
Yeah.
artists in Atlanta, people that had
Oh,
shit
yeah.
going on. I got us all together and we tried to make like a super group. We just really weren't ready at the time. Different things
There
didn't
was
line
just
up.
too many people. I mean,
Yes.
not too many people, but everybody had their own idea, I feel like.
And they were all
Yeah.
great
We're still-
ideas, so
yeah.
we just had like analysis paralysis. We didn't know which way to go, and we had a lot of shit on the table
Yeah,
at the
and
time.
everybody
but
was in a different area, I feel like. So, like, meeting up was hard.
geographically,
altogether.
schedule-wise, it was a lot of
Yeah.
different things.
But,
But Fire Records, though.
But yeah, how did you bring him in?
Yeah, it was Cass.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like Tony Stark.
Yeah. I know he needs to be.
Cass was like a package deal. He
Yeah.
was like, he came, and then Solomon
'Cause that's
Banks
how I got
came.
him. That's
he
how I
was
got
You
Tony.
came
He was
and you
Tony.
came.
I
I was like, if
was
I
his
come-
Spidey to his Tony.
Yeah.
I was like, I come, my people come.
yeah.
It was an allegiance.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I had like, I already knew. I was like, all right, I told Solomon. Then I had told 24 and you. I was like, bro, the more,
Yeah.
because we needed that anyways. And I knew they were both like fire at what they did.
Yeah.
So and it's a neutral thing. Like anytime I'm in a position where it's like, I know I could put my
Yeah, there's
people
no
on.
ego. Like,
Yeah, like let's do it.
they
Let's
gotta
fuck
go.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was dope. I remember telling 24 too, and he was like, "Fuck it, hell yeah." Let's get
I
this.
remember I finally met you, and we were at Lim's place, and I finally met you, and I was like, I've been recording on your beats for like
Shout
2
out
Oh
Lim
years
Lover.
at
yeah,
that
I was
point.
like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even
I
know that
recorded-
till
yeah.
we met. But yeah, it's always a
time.
dope feeling.
It is.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Who are some of the artists that you've worked with? Shout some of those people out. Who have you put some work in with? We've already talked about Louis Lynx and Trey the Plug. I know I've got some. Cass has some. Who else?
After a while working with Cass and his cousin Junior, I was working with another artist. He was trying to make a big name in Atlanta, especially in the battle rap scene, named Chef Trez. Shout out to him.
Chef Trez.
He was he was just dope because a lot of at
really
first
fire.
At first, he was writing his shit, but then over time, I was recording at first like like other producers' beats for him, because he was looking for a studio, and I hit him up randomly on Instagram. But then I showed him like my beats, and over time, he just like really liked them a lot, and he started rapping on them, and eventually he started like just freestyling
Off the dome in it.
Yeah, and I would like.
You said his name's Chef Trev?
Chef Trez.
Trez. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever became of him? Is he still making records?
Yeah, he's in like URL, bro. Like he's a big thing.
Yeah, he's still doing the battle rap thing.
Fire.
Yeah, he's really fine.
Not doing too much music, but like, you know, he does his own thing.
Competitive though, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
And who else? Oh, and back in 2017, before I knew, I had a record with the Underachievers, which are a New York group.
Dope.
Yeah.
That was they were in their prime at that time. Like a few years before that, they were in their prime. But they didn't even tell me. But I emailed them randomly because I saw that they wanted some beats on Twitter, and before I knew it, I was on the album.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
has
fire,
over 200K. So
Dang.
that was
That's
probably
awesome, dog.
my biggest record. Shouts to them. And in the recent years, Trevi. Shout out to Trevi. He's dope. I like him a lot. I only met him a few times, but like, it was actually through Trez is when how I met Trevi, because he performed at where Trez was performing in a little.
You said through who?
Trez.
Trez.
Yeah. And I just loved his energy. Trevi, like I really
Trevi.
like the energy.
Well, I saw him through your page and some of the stuff y'all worked on. I saw the.
We'll have to get him
snippets
on the
of it,
show.
and
You might have to
it's super
help us
hard.
cross those
Yeah,
strings.
facts.
Yeah, he's out in Athens, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Athens
Might
got
be
a
a
music
minute.
scene.
Yeah, I'm
There's a
trying
lot
to
of
invade
bands came
Athens
from
this summer
Athens.
too. I want to go over there and got some old roots.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
Dust off the
he's got a lot
the
more
old boots
people
there,
out
baby.
there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of friends are the artists as well.
No,
Yeah.
their music scene over there is dope.
Well,
man.
I mean, there's a lot of bands that came from there. I think REM came from
Yeah.
Athens.
No, they did.
I think it was one or two other
So-
bands, big bands.
So 2401. What's on the horizon, man? Because we were talking about right before this started, both of us got to get our eye of the tiger back.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really going for the gusto this year. So, like, what's the plan, man? Talk to us. I know we're going to try and put you in the For the Culture artist beat store, so we're going to have some of your beats available for sale here soon for artists that are watching this that are looking for producers. We know Jay Switay will be in there along with some of our other producer cohorts. But
Cass on
what's
the
on the
beat?
menu, man?
Cass
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
Cass
beat?
on the beat. I
It's
keep
coming,
forgetting
it's
about
coming,
that.
it's coming. Keeping it in the cut. One day I'm gonna drop the whole tape. Would be producing it. They were like, shit.
This man, we're doing it all now.
But
yeah, what's going on? What's on
coming
the
through,
horizon?
man? Tell people 24.
Nothing solid right now. I just been
We got a song coming. Climate. That's coming. That shit's about to be. I actually got to show you.
I've been waiting, bro.
It's coming.
How's it go?
man.
Check the climate. I have no idea. I
Something
haven't
like
heard
that.
this record.
No, I'm kidding. I'll show it to you after. It's hard.
But yeah, definitely a bunch of tracks with Cass.
Shit, we got a little EP working too with our my Colombian brother from another mother.
shout out to Greenfield.
Greenfield.
I almost forgot, bro.
Yeah, we got a whole Spanglish EP produced by 24 coming
Ooh,
through.
very I
Yeah,
can't wait
we
for
just
that.
gotta.
We got like the molding of it. We just gotta go finish the verse.
And if you haven't heard it anywhere else, I know this summer, For the Culture exclusive, Desert Sunflower, executive produced by 2401, Colgate project. That's
Hey.
coming this summer.
Hell yeah.
We can't wait.
Neither can
Ready
I.
for it now.
And a bunch of tracks with Trevi, but what's it called?
Maybe a 24 album, a little EP. What you
I
rapping
think
on
at
it?
least a
Yeah.
24
I mean-
single this summer. Can we get the exclusive? Are these people going to get 24 on a record this summer? In the linen suit? With the cane?
with the Mexican
big-
Superman hair.
With the big ass cigar? Come on, man.
Wind blowing. Just-
The Maybach. Maybach music.
I mean,
At 24.
everything's written right now, so nothing like recorded yet. But like,
it could happen.
yeah,
It's right
Mhm.
there.
definitely.
What are
happening.
the beats gonna sound like for these type of records? Like if you get on it, what's your vibe? Is it still dark and aggressive? Is it smooth and kind of Rick
It's-
Rossy? What are we looking at?
It's definitely dark, but not aggressive. It's more like, especially this one track I have. Like I feel like the hook's just solid, and the verse how it came in is really dope. But I'm just trying to finish up the rest, and I have another track that I'm trying to finish up. But it's just like I said, dark, but like trying to be like motivational, like trying to get out of that darkness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming up, being in the street. Well,
Other
look,
side of the tunnel.
I see Cass
Yeah.
over there. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to say? Because if you check the radar, we're about to enter the lightning round.
Lightning round. Yeah,
Lightning
I'm getting
round.
it ready for you, man.
Yeah.
So anything else
Get
you want to tell the
ready.
people before we get into this lightning round 2401?
Yeah. I don't know what do people know?
Just anything you want
I
to
don't
share,
know.
any announcements, any drops, any
I have
gems.
no idea what normal people do.
And nobody hears from
I
you,
I
sir.
don't know.
There's nothing solid right now, but
Where can
You
people
know,
follow you at?
on Instagram 2401.
O is in the
I'm just-
letter O, right?
Yeah.
240, like the letter O, element
Yeah.
O-P.
Yeah, because I've always said it like like regardless if it's the 0 or
Oh,
1.
tell them how you got your name.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It's when I was like still rapping. I was doing a music video, and the camera guy just told me like, what if we shoot this one scene, I think it was like outside my house, and then I hit up one of my boys talking about like, oh yo, meet me up at 2401, and that's just like basically like the street I grew up on, and
Hell yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like once I heard
Stuck.
it just
Stuck,
like
yeah,
stuck.
it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, I
That
was
does.
like, damn, like yeah, that definitely could work. So like,
Yeah.
that's where I got my producer tag from.
Okay.
The street address, bro. All right, you ready?
All right. Cover your heads. It's the lightning round.
This but yeah, in this round I ask you a couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can give me a quick answer, whatever just pops in your head and you feel like
Yeah,
the right thing to say. All right. So first, producer round, little quick round. All right. Dr. Dre or Pharrell?
Dre.
Easy.
I agree.
Kanye or Swiss Beats?
Swiss. I never liked Kanye's ego.
Nah, I feel you.
I agree.
feel you. No ID. Wait, damn, where's it? Oh, okay. Actually, not no ID. Fucking RZA or Jay Dilla?
RZA or Jay Dilla?
Damn.
I needed to put one in there. That was gonna. Yeah, that was a hard one. If we had a shot, I would say you could drink for both.
J Dilla, I'll say.
That
That's a tough one.
that is
That's
a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough
Damn.
one.
You hit the money button next time, Joe.
Nah, this has been your job this whole time. I ain't touching it.
Okay, so
Just didn't want to leave you out.
what do people misunderstand about you the most?
That I always look angry and mad because I got a resting bitch face. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. I always look mad, but I'm just chilling or thinking, and yeah.
Okay. If you could be remembered for one thing, what do you think that would be? And it doesn't have to be like now, like in your life, like.
What do
where
you
you're
want to be
going.
remembered
Yeah,
by?
like your legacy.
I guess just inspiring people through like my music, my beats or whatever. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And just showing people, if you want to do it, you can fucking do it.
Yeah, regardless if I can get up there or not, like, you can still
Yeah,
do
just
it.
Have a passion.
Exactly.
Have
The
a happy
fact that
life.
you learn how to even fucking do it is like
yeah,
shows you.
like you don't always need the internet for everything. Like just mess around with it. Like just keep going at it. Because like we talked about earlier, there wasn't many tutorials, so I didn't know everything. Even nowadays, like the shortcuts they show us on YouTube nowadays,
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
on
even
the
know
shorts.
about. I had to fucking click and drag for like the longest. Like
Yeah.
it made the process a lot longer. But now like I know the shortcuts,
And it makes you like, it kind of humbles you because you're like, damn, I did it like this, like fuck.
Well, even if like money wasn't like the point of it all, like, cause I'm sure when you started rapping, you weren't like, man, I'm about to be a millionaire. Or were you?
Nah, money wasn't the
Yeah,
motive
so
at
like
all.
you were just doing it because you loved it, really.
Yeah.
It's the
Exactly.
passion, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If there's anybody you can work with, like in the history of music, who would you want to produce a beat for? You get in the studio and you're like, bro, anybody, bro. You just in there. Fucking Madonna. I don't know. Like
I don't know about that.
Bob Marley,
Damn.
shit. Tupac.
I mean, that would have been interesting, but not.
I feel like you would have made a crazy beat
SPS.
for Tupac. SPM?
What did I say?
He said SPS.
I mean, for sure. That's
SPF 50.
that's an obvious answer, but
SPF. Oh, God.
Would it be SPM? Like, is that anybody in history? I mean,
yeah, but like I wondered like for like what I make, I'm trying to think of like
yeah.
Someone that
one
would
thing
fit
for
the
sure,
style.
because his style is a little different. I mean, I can make his style of music, but either, damn, I had it in my head, either Outkast or I would have liked to work with Mac Miller.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
that would have been crazy.
Something a little
Mac.
different
Yeah.
because I don't know his
He's got a different kind of brain.
Yeah.
no yeah, but
In
I
a
feel
good
like
way.
I could have like
Oh, y'all would have gelled
Like-
beautifully.
some like with my type of style with his, it would have been
It
something
would've
dope.
coexisted really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just would have been something that's never been done before.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I would say.
Hell yeah.
In a beautiful way.
Well, bet,
R.I.P.
guys, that's the motherfucking lightning
Well, look,
round.
I'm gonna say one thing before we end this podcast. Do not associate me with "Happy" by Pharrell Williams. That is not
Oh
an
my
accurate
God.
description of my.
I
music
love
at
that
all.
song.
That's
You
not-
hater.
That's not me. I don't.
He's got
I
a
make
bunch of
pop
different.
music, yes, but don't. That's
Sometimes
not
you
mine.
got some bangers too, man. Some gritty.
Joe's like, if there's anything I say after this,
He's like, man, fuck Colgate. Colgate might as well be your grandpa. It's like when your granddad tells you, "Oh yeah, you're another Eminem, aren't you?" Like, I don't know why all white people that are like over 30 just assume if you make rap music and you're white, it's like you're Eminem.
you're Eminem, yeah.
It's like no
yeah.
matter what. It's like they could hear my dad will hear like little Uzi. Oh yeah, Eminem style. Like what?
Not even
Little
close.
Uzi, Future's playing like there's blood on the money and I still count it. Was that you and your friends? Yeah, Eminem. So yeah, no. Joe has a wide variety of different sounds.
I don't
just
want to go
not
further. It's just
happy.
not
How dare
happening.
you.
It's just not happening.
He's taking shots at me at the table.
By Pharrell Williams.
He's gonna,
Oh
he's gonna
shit.
punch me when this is over. I'm ready for you,
Well, thank you, my brother 24, man. It was a pleasure having
Yeah,
you
bro.
here.
Thank you for being here. It's
Real
great to see you.
shit.
It's been too long.
Likewise.
Thank you, everybody,
It's been a
tapping
minute.
in. Let's get a 4 for the thumbnail, and we fucking
Bow the
out.
culture, baby. Bow.